So if you enjoy using Winter Soldier's ults in Marvel Rivals,
Again!
odds are this is the build for you. Welcome back, my Crayon Eaters. It is your turn again. Today we're talking about the Hammer Down build. It is the build for Prismatic Titan, and it's so good it made Consecration dog water on Solar and is still the only build anyone will ever run. This build does utilize an exotic class item with Heart of Inmost Light and Syntheseps. So you could rock a class item with Spirit of Contact or Spirit of Severance. You could lose out on Hoyle with Spirit of Severance, and Spirit of Contact and Syntho is kind of just dealer's choice. If you don't want to use an exotic class item for some reason, I guess you could just use Hoyle, but just go get an exotic class item. Our build around is, of course, consecration. Consecration is still absolutely cooking even after its nerf, and we're building around, so we're throwing that on for the first aspect. And our other aspect is knockout, because any other choice is a bad one. So boop that up and let's get rolling. For our abilities, we're rocking Rally Barricade, because I like it. Feel free to really run with whatever, though. Frenzy Blade, and not for any reason other than it has 3 charges. We don't actually give a shit what it does. We just care that it can do the thing 3 times. We're also running Glacier Grenade for the extra Darkness Transcendence energy, though I guess technically you can run any grenade if you don't find yourself having that problem. Finally, our super is Blade Fury, since after any Darkness super, all of our Darkness melee charges get reset, and of the 2, Blade Fury is just way better. For our fragments, we're rocking Facet of Protection, since you're never going to escape this in any prismatic build of mine. Facet of Solitude, since our melee build absolutely wants and needs the Sever, and believe it or not, there will be times when we do need to shoot the gun, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Facet of Hope, since we're basically going to have an elemental buff constantly with Knockout granting Amplify. Ruin for bigger ignitions with both Consecration and our Glacier Grenade shatters. And finally, Facet of Purpose for Woven Mail, giving us even more damage resistance since enemies do tend to hurt when they slap you. Once again, we are cranking our reseal to the max, and strength is obviously after that. I managed to get double 100s, but if you can't get both those to 100, that's fine. Prioritize your reseal first, since Foil does do a good amount of ability regen, so if you're only at tier 8 or 9, it's totally fine. For our mods, we're rocking a Void Siphon with a single Finder and Scout mod in the head. Unfortunately, I can't rock Double Finder, since the way my stats worked out, I needed to have non-minor mod for stats in my helmet, so this is what we're working with. In the arms, we're rocking Focusing Strike, since we're melee-centric build, and Impact Induction for the exact same reason, and believe it or not, we do want to throw our grenade. And finally, Momentum Transfer to help out just a little bit with melee regen, since we do need at least a little bit of a boost. We can't just rely on Hoyle for the whole thing. In our chest armor, we're rocking the standard triple resist setup, and I'm running out of interesting things to say about it. For the legs, we're rocking Better Already to keep us healthy as we're smashing and crashing. Absolution, since it's pretty much one of the best mods you can put on pants. And Strand Scav, because we're rocking a Strand Heavy Weapon. Feel free to swap that out for whatever you're rocking, though. For our class item, we're rocking Bomber for even more grenades, Reaper for more orbs, and Special Finisher because yummy orbs in my tummy. Was I high when I wrote this? Diving into the artifact, we're running Anti-Champion mods in Column 1. Big shocker. Column 2, we're rocking Volatile Marksman because Void Weapons just happen to be hot right now, and Unraveling Orbs for the exact same reason. In Column 3, we're picking up Dielectric and Sonic Flare. They might proc occasionally in like a group setting. To be so real with you, Column 3 is not good for this build. Column 4, we're rocking Dreadful Finisher for the economy, and we are not making a US economy joke. Not doing it this time. I am done. Done with economy jokes. Not funny anymore. We're also rocking Maligned Harvest for even more powerful Void Weaponry, and Horde Shuttle, since we're probably going to be shooting our heavy weapon most out of anything. Finally, in Column 5, we're rocking Particle Reconstruction because linears are so damn good. And Defib, because it's defib and really, really good. Our big move is our hammer down, and we want to make that hammer down as safe as we possibly can. There are many ways to do this. Feather Facet of Solitude, Woven Mail from an Orb, freezing the enemies, just whatever needs to happen in order for you to not die after you hit the hammer down. After that, actually hit the hammer down and explode anything and everything. Well, in neutral, you can't just blatantly spam consecration, even though it definitely can feel like it at times. Try to use it when you're either getting a lot of kills, or you're just gonna get a lot of damage on a really big target. When you do run out of charges, that's when you pop Transcendence, and you can blatantly spam it. So you do have a limit on your ability regen, so try to be at least a little conservative. If you find yourself in a situation with no charges, or no Transcendence, that's the time to pop your super, and after you go nuts with that, you can continue to do your Slamma-Jamma and reset the loop. Outside of that, the build pretty much just plays itself. This is the part of the video where you ask if the build is any good, and I say yes, because goddamn is this build really good. Being able to just blow up everything with 2 button presses, I guess technically 4 if you count sprint and slide, but I don't. The 2 button presses is really good. Just having a delete button for all of the trash tier enemies and then getting knockout on top of that is really strong, even in a GM sandbox. The point where it's the only thing that anyone will run on Prismatic. That, and it's the only thing that's actually even viable on Prismatic, but that is another topic for another video. Warlocks, you're finally up next. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. We're up next, and we are finally talking about that build, PM. If you know, you know. This is the part where I do the shameless plug for all of my stuff, which now includes my Twitch channel, because I remembered my login, and by that I mean I'm actually streaming again. I also have a Destiny clan, as well as a D2 community server. We are small but mighty, so if you want to join that, links to all of that in the description below. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.